Welcome ladies and gentlemen to the H1Z1 Weekly for the 3rd of February 2015. From now on, this series will come out on Monday, so we have a set schedule. It's been an exciting week with many updates to Battle Royale and loot. Also, people are complaining about not being able to dupe items. What? Getting right into it, it's time for the week's patch notes. So on the 26th of January, they fixed an issue with loot preventing respawning items. Battle Royale has had some issues fixed where the match wouldn't complete, and additional server stability adjustments have been added. On the 27th of January, more loot spawning adjustments, more sorting options for when you're selecting a server, fix an issue where you're unable to go back to the server list after deleting a character on the server. Loot bags dropped from players and zombies have been increased in size, making them easier to see. Battle Royale, trees, bushes and plants can now be interacted with. And also in Battle Royale, there is a Play Battle Royale button, which really helps when you really just want to play Battle Royale and nothing else. On the 30th of January, a big patch came out, mainly with Battle Royale in it. So Battle Royale now has a map that comes out when you press M. A few client crashes have been fixed, adjusted the zombie behaviour a little bit from airdrops, loot spawn adjustments, again. The satchel now has a new model and icon, which you can see on the screen now. IEDs and punji sticks no longer damage players on PvE servers. Game tips have been added for when you die. Battle Royale has had some improvements with the gash visual effects. Battle Royale fixes where players would start in green gas, so don't start in there anymore. The makeshift bow has a unique model, as you should be able to see now. They've modified the campfires, barbecues and furnaces so they should perform better under heavy load. Wrenches now have a wrench model. Now I'm pretty sure I've got a picture of that up there now. The repair hammer and repair winch now repair structures or vehicles on each combo swing instead of just the first one. The starter belt pouch now has 2-second shred timer. It was instant before, and furnaces can now take damage and decay over time, but they can be repaired with hammers. Alright, what are people complaining about? Hackers are going to be terrible once the game goes free to play. Well, my reply to this is I tend to see it the same way as I would with PlanetSide 2. I don't see many hackers on there, and you know, you do occasionally see some, but you know, they get banned quite a lot, and if the way H1Z1's been going with all these hackers getting banned, you know, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. But I think we will see a big increase as soon as the game comes out free to play with all these people just using the hacks. I am actually looking forward to seeing how they actually are going to handle them once, you know, it's free to play and all these players actually do come into the game. I mean, there's going to be so many. But anyway, that's my thought on that. Alright. Next one, and I thought this was ridiculous, but you know, some people are complaining about it and I had to put it in. Alright, here it is. We should be able to dupe while it's in alpha and there are hackers. Wow. Mind you, there's not lots of people complaining about this, but once I read this, my mind just blew up. Literally. It's just how silly it was. You know, allowing people to exploit a game does not send a positive message for anyone to follow the rules. Especially if they suddenly say, oh, you know, we're fixed the dupes, you're not allowed to. People that find it are still going to do it. And then they're just going to say, oh, you know, we could do it before, why can't we do it now? And then it's just like a big screw you to everyone that was following the rules originally. I mean, will it stop the hackers? No. You know? Well, really? Literally, it'll just ruin the game for anyone who intended to play it the way it was built. Or the way it's being built, as I should say. Alright, and last one. Bases are useless, as people can just glitch into them and build on top of them. Now, I've actually experienced this problem myself, where my first base has been griefed by someone placing a metal shed blocking the only way into it. Yeah, I know. It's like, you get there and then there's a big metal shed just blocking it. But anyway, I think this will be moved in the future, and I'm lucky that my base was that was my first base I made. I actually made one, you know, further away, and was just using the first one as a safe haven, where I just had a few stuff stored, or if I didn't want to go all the way back to my, well, I'm going to say my hidden base, I'll just leave it in there, and, you know, if it was gone, actually I've never been robbed in there, but as far as I'm aware, I can't get in there now. But before this, you know, it was fine. But I think in future updates they're going to fix this. You know, it's a major part of the game. Base building is the end game of H1Z1, without a doubt. There's nothing else end game in this. I mean, you know, you can get a car, but that's pretty easy. You know, you find them bits everywhere for the cars. You just need to find the car and put 2 bits in it and it's fixed. That's not end game. Base building is the end game, and I really hope that they expand on it in the future, because I can't wait to have bigger, better bases. In saying that, that's the end of this week. Remember, each Monday we're going to be coming out with a new episode with the updates and what people are complaining about, and who knows what else. I'll have to figure it out. Maybe leave a suggestion and let me know what else you want to hear in these weekly updates. But other than that, you know, like it, dislike it if you didn't like it. You know, you've watched it all the way through, at least you'll have a good opinion on it. And subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Barbed wire. Barbed wire is used as an attempt to scare off players using a route where they don't want to get damaged. Although it's not very useful at the moment as the player can run right through it, it may be useful in future patches. To discover how to craft a barbed wire,